What's up, everybody? This is video update number 2 of Project Corolla, the daily driver that we got for $1,500 that we are fixing up and making look nice. Today we are going to be doing the front brakes. The front brakes are pretty dang low. If you don't mind, let me see. I'll take the camera. I'll get up close. As you can see, we've got pretty dang low pads. We're getting the warning squeal going. We're doing just the front two. The rears on this car are drums. I highly doubt that the drum brakes need any sort of service. This car, it only has 120,000 miles, and when you hit the brakes, it feels like everything goes to the front brakes. I think that's just kind of the nature of these older Toyotas. My first gen Tundra was the same way. It had discs up front, drums in the rear, and basically all the braking force went to the front brakes, it felt like. We also got the license plate and everything like that for it. We'll also kind of go over some of the stuff we have done since the last video as far as detailing, cleaning, and just kind of what the plans are moving forward with the car. So I probably should have turned the steering wheel so to give me better access to the back bolts on the car first, but I didn't think that far ahead, and I'm already this far into it, so I'm not going to bother. We'll get into it. We're just going to pull the two caliper guide pin bolts out, bring this out of the way. We have pads and rotors. My girlfriend, she works at a dealership in town, and she's able to get parts for dirt cheap. It doesn't really need rotors. There's no shaking or anything like that really in the steering wheel. But being that she was able to get a really good deal, we just decided to throw new rotors on it too. So we will get into that process. Guys, so I have pads and rotors on and off already. That took me the amount of time it took for my girlfriend to go swap the license plate on her car on the front and back of this thing. So we're gonna pull the old guys out, and just to show you, this is how low they were. Here's the backing and here's the pad. So the screeching that we were hearing was coming from these guys right here, this little thing. This is what makes your screeching noise, telling you that your brakes are getting low. So we were definitely, as you can probably not see on there, but we were definitely rubbing it. So got the new pads right here. Let's see what we got. Oh nice, it even comes with new slides and whatnot. So new pads looking nice and dark and clean and crispy. And then we have these guys, so we'll place these, get this back on, and we'll get all that going too as well. Okay, here's a good representation too of how much the pads needed to be replaced. They were definitely worn out. So here's a lot of good meat on these guys. Slightly different design here. You can see they have a cross here versus a cross vent here versus a straight through. But everything else looks the same, which is good. That'll work. So we got those two back together. Pretty good movement on them. This back one probably could use a little bit more. This guy moves a little bit more freely. So just gonna put our new pads in and put it back together with the new rotor. They ship rotors with the oil on them so they don't rust. So they want them to look attractive when you open the box. So we do have some brake clean. We're gonna spray those off too as we get those on the, up here. We'll clean them off, put some gloves on so we're not getting grease everywhere. And then put it together, make sure everything still spins freely. We'll be good to go. We got that done. We got both pads in. That was kind of a pain. We did not want to fit in properly at all. Now we have to compress the piston in here. Make sure this guy's good to go. We don't really want to stretch that brake line too much. But we'll go ahead and get this guy compressed and make sure it's all done nicely. Just using a standard C-clamp, we're going to push from the inside of the piece here on the piston, just a single piston, and get it compressed in. We'll do it off of here. We'll be good to go. We'll get this nice and compressed, hopefully back together. Check to make sure that it will free spin, and on to the next side. All right, so we have the pads and rotor back together. I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheel back on. I just wanted to show you guys. Got the guide pins greased up. Should be good to go. We're gonna put the wheel back on, throw it in neutral. Assuming you should just be able to free spin this one side because it's an open diff. And then we'll just have Hannah hit the brake a couple times, make sure we're good to go. Make sure everything's tight before we get everything back together, and we'll be on our way on to the next side. We'll double check the torque just all the way down, just to be safe. because this is the girlfriend's car. We got to make sure she's safe. All right, on to the next side. So as we're going to the other side, we'll show you what else we've done. We did get a new windshield on the car. This is no longer valid. We don't need that anymore. So new windshield, the inside's been cleaned. I guess Corollas are super common to have their clock burn, like not burn out, but stop working. So I need to fix that by just pulling apart the clock. And I guess the solder points were done poorly, so we need to fix that. Next step is going to be figuring out what we're going to do with this stuff. Every old Toyota has this chrome black stuff, the black with the chrome underneath. We have the wrap we have to figure out. After this, it should be good. I mean, mechanically wise. When I was up under there, laying down doing the brakes, I did notice a leak somewhere, a little oil leak, but obviously it's not dripping anywhere. I'm not overly concerned. When I do an oil change, I'll clean it all out, and then we'll monitor that and see where the leak is coming from, and see where we need to go from there. Oh, we did clean the battery, you're right. She's looking at me behind the camera. The battery was super corroded, so we did clean the battery. I'll show you guys. My hands are super dirty, but I'll show you guys the engine bay. Here we go. Maybe. There you go. So, battery was super corroded. We got that cleaned up. It looks good. Overall, the engine looks super clean though, but there was a leak somewhere back behind down in here. So we'll monitor that. Other than that, I mean, it's still running great. Oil level's still good. I'm not overly concerned. But we'll go on to the next side, get the brakes done, and then we'll on to the next thing.
Trust what your mind is telling you.
Alright guys, we are in the Corolla. Hopefully you can see me. As you can see, the clock is not working. I need to fix that. That's the next little step. Really hot and humid out for Nevada. We've had 105 for the last week, and then we've had thunderstorms the last day or two, so it's made for really hot and humid, which is really weird for Nevada. Front brakes are done, so we're gonna take it on a test drive, and hopefully everything goes well. I'm wearing red for the Corolla now. Just kidding, actually my old shirt was extremely dirty, and I wanted to keep this inside somewhat clean. So, let's see what we get. So far, so good. We also brought our best friend with us in the back seat. Hopefully you guys can see it is starting to get pretty dark out. But look, no squeaks. Normally we get squeaks out the wazoo. Let's look at that. They work. Isn't that good? We have brakes. So, we have put 259 miles basically since we have owned the car. We have done the windshield. We have now done brakes. We have done the battery. What else have we done? We've detailed the inside. That was a good one. Next up is probably fixing the clock in here. Probably diagnosing that small oil leak I found in the back side of the motor, so it should be an adventure to fix. Probably get hubcaps and then wrap, I think, and then as well to get the headlights all fixed up and make sure those are good to go. But other than that, she's ready for another 100,000 plus miles. This is a great car. 123,000 miles on the 05 Corolla, super low miles. Should last us a long time. 1,500 bucks. I think I've said that probably 20 times now. But brakes feel good. There's no squeaking, which is huge. and it seems to stop well. We'll do a little harsh stop here. Oh yeah, great, no noises, nothing. We have the windows down. No noises of it grinding or anything like that, which is good. That means those guide pins are lubed up well. It's able to release the pressure. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. This one was kind of rough, just trying to get this all done. It's almost 9 o'clock now. So I'm sure it was not the most entertaining or learning. This is obviously, I'm not trying to show you guys how to do brakes. This is just how I did the brakes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. The progress continues on the 05 Corolla. I'll see you guys in the next video.